It's known as a few different aliases. The greatest show on dirt, the promised land of college baseball. This is the College World Series. I am Johnny Sports Network, here to provide you with my predictions for the College World Series. And what a difference a year makes, as last year it was the SEC versus the ACC. This year, we have a very diverse group of teams in the field. Representation from 6 different conferences. 7 to an extent, as Oregon State is an independent in baseball this year. What does the College World Series have in store for us in 2025? We will soon find out. Before I make my predictions, I do want to say thank you to everyone who tuned in to the Super Regionals video last week. I apologize that video was on short notice. Also, thank you to everyone who tuned in to my Regionals predictions video, or also known as the Road to Omaha video. And without further ado, let's get to my College World Series predictions right here on the Johnny Sports Network. The action begins on Friday, starting things off with Bracket 1, Game 1 in Bracket 1, Coastal Carolina and Arizona. Arizona upsets North Carolina in the Super Regional, winning games 2 and 3 after losing 18-2 in Game 1. Coastal Carolina, they enter Omaha with the nation's longest active winning streak, 23 games in a row. And to win 23 games in a row in any sport, it requires discipline. Coastal Carolina has said it themselves. They are not a Cinderella team. They know how to win games. And I have Coastal Carolina moving on to the winner's bracket. Game 2 in Bracket 1, Oregon State and Louisville. I talked about how Louisville, they do have signature wins all season long. And they are an underrated team. I have seen some people underestimate Louisville already, even though they're in Omaha for a reason. Oregon State, I do like what they have produced ever since they lost the opener in the regionals. And I do like the confidence they have defeating Florida State. And I saw people talking about how this is Florida State's year. This is where Florida State finally breaks through and they win it all. But Oregon State, they took them down. And I do think that momentum carries into this opening round in Omaha. I think Oregon State moves on to the winner's bracket. Going to Bracket 2, Game 1 in Bracket 2, UCLA and Murray State. Murray State is a disciplined team. UCLA, I have underestimated them throughout this tournament. Murray State is the 4th 4 seed to advance to Omaha. 2 of the 3 4 seeds who advanced to Omaha before them, 2 of them have won at least one game. We even saw Fresno State go all the way and win it all. And I have a feeling that Murray State, they at least win a game in Omaha, and I think they move on to the winner's bracket. Game 2 in Bracket 2, Arkansas and LSU. The 2 teams remaining from the SEC after 13 SEC teams made the tournament. And this is the toughest opening round game to predict. I am going to go with LSU moving on. But potential spoiler, what I'm going to say later on in the video is going to be very important. On to the loser's bracket. in bracket 1, Arizona and Louisville. Earlier in the season, we saw Louisville defeat Arizona 13-1. And I do think Louisville, they defeat Arizona again and they move on. The losers bracket in bracket 2, UCLA and Arkansas. I am going to pick Arkansas to move on. Winners bracket in bracket 1, Coastal Carolina and Oregon State. I am going to go with Oregon State. So I have Oregon State in the driver's seat in bracket 1. Just need to win one more game to advance to the College World Series finals. Murray State and LSU in the winners bracket in bracket 2. I have LSU moving on, and LSU is in the driver's seat in bracket 2, needing one more win to advance to the College World Series finals. The losers bracket in bracket 1, Coastal Carolina and Louisville. I am going to pick Coastal Carolina. The losers bracket in bracket 2, Murray State and Arkansas. I have Arkansas moving on. And this is part of what I was going to say later, as I mentioned a moment ago. Whoever loses between LSU and Arkansas, I do think is going to make their way to the losers bracket to set up another matchup in the semifinals. Semifinals, bracket 1, Oregon State, Coastal Carolina. Coastal Carolina needs to win twice to advance to the College World Series finals. While Oregon State, they just have to win once. And I do think Oregon State, they do get that one win to advance to the College World Series finals. LSU and Arkansas. Arkansas must win twice. LSU just has to win once. And I do think Arkansas wins once to force a deciding game. But in the deciding game, I have LSU taking it to advance to the College World Series finals. And in the College World Series finals, Oregon State and LSU, and winning the 2025 College World Series in 3 games, I have LSU. For me, it's ultimately down to LSU or Arkansas for me winning it all. It's not just because they're in the most competitive conference, the SEC. As the SEC, they have won the last 5 College World Series. But to me, they just look like the 2 best teams in this field. And I do think whoever comes out of bracket 2, LSU Arkansas, I do think that is for the national championship. But we have seen unexpected runs in the past. And I would not be surprised if we saw another surprise run. But to me, I just find LSU and Arkansas the 2 best teams in this field. And I do think one of them wins it all. They'll face off in the semifinals. And whoever wins that, I do think wins it all. Comment your predictions down below. Like, share, comment, and subscribe. And enjoy the College World Series. And stay tuned for more content throughout the summer before the football season begins.